let's talk about micromanagement. I worked for a company years ago, like ages ago, where I had multiple bosses, and I did not get any sort of direction whatsoever. I was, on day one, I was told, do this, do this, do this, and done. And after that, for the remainder of my work there, it's not just that I didn't get any direction, it's that if I needed to touch base with someone, any of the bosses, they were very hard to reach, and they rarely show up, and customers were pretty much very unhappy on a day-to-day basis, and that drove me nuts, because I wanted to do my job well. I just didn't have the direction to do it, and I tried to. I'm a doer myself. I take action, and I try to do it as best as I can. Even with that kind of personality, I still need a direction, because it's not my business. It's not my, it's not the thing that I've been doing for years. I eventually left. I was not. I was too confused to stay and try to figure things out when the people who are, who own the business didn't even care. So I left, and part of it was this, and there was other parts that I want to talk about. But I know I started talking about micromanagement, right? But where is that at? Later, I worked for someone who was kind of controlling, to the point where the fold of the letter that got sent has to be done a certain way. Now, I understand there is a, when your name goes on a letter, when you are the person responsible for all the liabilities, and I'm just the person that works there, I completely understand and agree to that. But there's something called training, where employees get training on a set of standards that are expected, and then after that, we're supposed to leave room for innovation and talent to actually do its thing. This is why you hired those people to do. But if you're constantly hovering over people who you brought in to make a difference, and expecting them to do the thing your way, that is micromanagement. So the reason why I brought up the first one is that there's barely any oversight. There's like it's a dream. You wish you had some direction. And then there's the opposite, the other extreme, where it is too much control and you couldn't move an inch without getting approval. We need to be somewhere in the middle, where as managers, you have to provide the training, and you have to set parameters for your staff so they know what are the expectations. Are there any times where you are going to check in and see where everything is at, and then support. But do not hover. Do not hover. Do not be overbearing and over controlling, because this is how good people leave, and that's micromanaging. When you're just, things have to be done your way, and they cannot leave without you looking at them, checking on them, having them pass through your email inbox. Work doesn't get done that way, and that's why it takes so long to do. So consider that.